No, you're supposed to say, yeah, you know me. Like the hip-hop group.
Don't tell me what to say.
All right, let's talk more about Hillary Clinton, what she wants to reveal during this debate, and what Donald Trump wants to reveal during this debate. Matt Schlapp is the former political director for President George W. Bush and a Donald Trump supporter. Good to see you. And Basil Smikle is the executive director of the New York State Democratic Party and a Hillary Clinton supporter. Good to see you as well.
Thank you.
All right, so Clinton is reportedly preparing for two Donald Trumps. One is the more laid-back Donald Trump who stays on message. The other is the Donald Trump who looked like this at times during the primary debates.
Am I talking or are you talking, Jim?
I'm talking right now.
First of all, this guy's a choke artist and this guy's a liar. You interrupted me,
September 30th,
Are you going
you
to
said
apologize, Jeb? I know you're embarrassed, but keep fighting. And men, we got a lot of fun up here tonight, I have to tell you.
Okay, challenging, argumentative. Which is the Donald Trump that may show up at this debate stage? Basil, you're with me right now. What do you think?
Well, this is going to be interesting because Donald Trump can't pick and choose his moments like he did when there are 20 other people on stage. He's got to answer every question. He's got to come back strong in one way, shape, or form. But I think what we'll see is a Donald Trump who is going to attempt to be a little scripted, but go off script and ad lib quite a bit, because he's not going to be sort of the policy wonk, because that's just not his thing. So I imagine that he's going to get ginned up by the crowd that's there. And I think for Hillary Clinton, she's got to get him to make some unforced errors. But I think you'll see a Donald Trump that is going to be a little scripted, but I think doing a lot of ad lib and essentially be the authentic self, do what he did to get to this point. If he abandons that, then I think he loses some support. He's got to sort of stay to who he's been.
So, Matt, Donald Trump got to this point by being himself, the policy wonk, that Basil was talking about, that it really has been Hillary Clinton, but both have to strike a balance, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the reasons why so many people are probably going to tune into this debate is they don't know what's going to happen. And Donald Trump is a huge wild card, and he understands television well. That's really how he's kind of made his name. And so he understands what he has to do to come across. And I think the key in this race, as I've watched this race and talked to people around the country, for a lot of people, and I don't talk to a lot of liberals, I'll be honest about that, but for people in the middle and people on the right, they want to know that they can trust and see Donald Trump as the president. So I think the goal for Donald Trump in Monday's debate is for people to go beyond just maybe thinking sometimes he says things that are funny or controversial into, do I see a president there? If he can answer that to 51% of the American people, he's going to win.
All right. So, among the advisors, at least for Donald Trump, has been Roger Ailes, and apparently he has instructed Donald Trump to be gracious. They don't want a repeat of what we saw unfold during primary debates when it was Donald Trump in very, awkward moments with Carly Fiorina. I think most people can recall that. How does he avoid that dynamic? Because once again, we've got, man versus woman up here. We've got experienced politician versus businessman up there.
Well, he's got to avoid the Rick Lazio moment from Hillary's 2000 Senate race. And I was there, and I remember, and it was sort of when he stepped off of the podium, away from his podium, came into her space. And that seemed very threatening, and there was a bit of a gasp in the audience. But that said, for Donald Trump, the task is to seem presidential. It's just that simple. Because and this is the issue that I've had throughout this race. In a way, we've lowered the bar for Donald Trump. Can't do that. They sort of have a different standard for him than you do for Hillary Clinton. I think we should expect both to uphold a similar standard, and I think he's going to have to rise to that. I mean, that's really the biggest challenge. Does he come across presidential in this debate?
And so that means that the different standard that has been imposed that you speak of for Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, Matt, does that mean, they are also measured? They are going to be assessed differently?